Hello again, good to have you back again. For those of you tuning in for the first time, I am the Articulate Grunt. Welcome to my channel. Now, let me share a story with you. See, I started out in the mid-90s as an enlisted infantryman, anti-armor demolition specialist, all that fun, blow stuff up type profession. But it was deemed by those above me that basically I was wasting my time in the enlisted ranks. I was actually told that by the division sergeant major after getting called to division headquarters. And I got picked up on commanding general selection. You see, every year, every commanding general and above has 2 to 5 slots they can pick to promote enlisted men, send them off for schooling and training as needed, from the enlisted ranks to officers, brand new butterbar second lieutenants, though sometimes it can take a few years, depending on the required training. I need to finish my bachelor's degree. But that's neither here nor there. That's not part of the story, not part of the lesson. This is the thing. I got selected, but I still had to go before a board. Had to get approved. The board consisted of a full bird colonel, a black lieutenant colonel, 2 majors, 1 male, 1 female, and a command sergeant major. And I knew each board member was going to have 3 to 5 questions I was going to have to answer, and depending on how well they decided I did, how well I answered those questions, would determine whether or not my selection stood or got shot down. As I said, there was 1 female member on that board, and back in my head I was thinking, what is she going to do? What is she going to ask? I wasn't just worried about the others for some reason, but she worried me. And it's like, okay, because I knew, she wasn't going to go for the stereotypical, how do you feel about women in service, that kind of thing. She was going to hit me out of left field with something. Came to her first question. What did she actually ask? How do you feel? What is your stance on women in service? My answer today is my answer that I gave her then. It has not changed. I told her simply, ma'am, I don't care. It's not that I don't care whether or not they serve. It's I don't care what your race, creed, color, religion, gender, or gender preference is. This was back in the 90s. It probably almost got me canned saying that. That's what I said. What matters should come down to 3 things. Are you trained and proficient? Can I trust you? Can I trust you with my back? And 3, are you physically capable? Can you do the job to the same minimum standards as anyone else going in? Without reducing standards, without minimizing standards, can you meet the physical requirements and standards? If you can, I don't care. Great. You're my battle buddy. I will work and fight, bleed, and die beside you. If not, I also don't care what your race, creed, color, religion, gender preference is. Get the hell out. Go make me a sandwich or something. Because quite simply, someone's entitlement is not worth someone else's life. If someone serving in a position, if someone doing a job is more important than the risk to other people's lives, they don't need to be there. And quite simply, some men should not be there. They can't do the job. You cannot pick me up and medevac me out of a combat situation. You cannot get me out of enemy fire if I am hurt. You have to leave me there. If you have to leave me there, you can't medevac me, you don't need to be there, you don't deserve to be there, regardless of anything else. That was my stance then. She just, thank you, passed it on to the next member, and I went through the questions. It came back to her, and she turned to us board. No, thank you. I'm good, I pass. She did that for all 4 rounds of questioning after that initial question. She was good. I knew I had won. I'd either won or lost her. And I got selected, so I figure I won her. That was my stance then, that's my stance now. Women want to be in combat units. Women want to serve in the same positions as men. That's fine. You should know from my previous videos. Equal pay should be for the job as long as you can do the job to the equal quality. Period. Nothing else should matter. You do the job to the same quality, you should get the same pay. As far as I'm concerned, if you can do the job to the same standards, you should be able to. That was one of the biggest things that hurt me mentally when I was medically separated from the Army. I could barely make minimum PT standards due to my injuries. But for my age, I could max the physical training test for a woman my age. That shouldn't be. If I was being put out for lack of physical ability, anyone else should have to make that same standard or be put out. As for women in combat arms, that's my stance. I think it's only equal and fair. Your rights to serve a position, your right to have a job, do the job, should not impede the risk to someone else's right to live. And that's what it comes down to. So, you do the job without reducing the standards, without minimizing the requirements. Same standards or better, but the standards everyone else has to meet. Do them, everything's great. If not, go make me a sandwich. I know that statement right there pisses some of you off, but think about it. I'm not saying it to women. I'm saying it to everybody. If you can do the job, you should be able to. If you can't, get the hell out. Thank you. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Hit the like or dislike. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tweet it to your friends so they can be as inspired or pissed off as you are. Take care. I hope this found you well. Out from here. Bye.